time.
This is
If you are calling to make
malfunctioning.
an appointment for
I was
immigration
given
legal
this for human
services
rights.
or are a current client, please
I
press
can't leave a
0.
message.
If there
This
is no
happens
answer,
repetitively
please
too.
leave a voicemail with your name, phone number, and a brief message.
It keeps starting over. I can't leave a message.
To find out your party's extension, please press 1. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time.
I press 0. Voicemail
4-3-3-0 is unavailable.
with no name.
Methodist Justice Ministry, this is Eva speaking.
Yes, I'd like to get assistance through you guys. I have multiple false arrests and I've been targeted.
I'm sorry?
I've been targeted by police and I was given this number for help.
Okay, so a little bit about what we do. We're a nonprofit legal ministry, and we provide free legal representation to families that are low income and who have been victims of physical abuse and sexual abuse. So we assist in cases of divorce, custody, protective orders, dealing with matters in family court.
Okay, I have a family matter issue with that out of corruption that I can use your assistance for child custody agreement.
Okay. What was your first name?
It is Keyana, Keyana.
To see if you qualify for our services, okay?
Pre-screen to see if I qualify. Okay, let's see how this goes. Can you repeat that?
Are you seeking custody of a child, a divorce, a protective order, a modification to a current custody agreement, anything of that nature?
Yes.
So, custody?
Custody and a protection order if possible.
Okay. Is the child currently in your care?
No. I don't have access to my child out of corruption.
Okay. Is CPS involved?
No, they're not. They were involved, but the family court let them disappear off the docket because they made mistakes that can reap them charges.
Okay. So who is the child residing with now?
Her dad. And he had a stroke, so he's like special needs. He's not in his right frame of mind. So the stepmom who has past abuse has access to my child, is controlling the situation with my child.
Okay. Is there any current abuse occurring?
There has been a history of abuse and neglect that has been unaddressed. When I try to report it at CPS, the police come interrupt me and threaten my arrest on some occasions. They've been getting away with an insane amount of corruption and abuse, and there has been no consequences for them.
Okay. Now, unfortunately, ma'am, one of the criteria that we, have for our applicants is that the child must be in your care in order to proceed with an application. So, unfortunately, we wouldn't be a good fit for this case, but I can refer you to Legal Aid or the Tarrant County Bar Association. Now, the Tarrant County Bar Association offers free legal advice, and Legal Aid is pro bono.
For the protection order?
I'm sorry?
The protection order? Because for some reason, ma'am, 5 years plus, every place I've called has denied me assistance all over the United States. It's the strangest thing. So I've been trapped in an incredible amount of abuse for 5 years because no one would believe how many people turned me down. Everywhere I called has turned me down or retracted on help. So I don't really know what's going on, ma'am, because it's not this incredibly hard to get help. And when I try to get help in person, police come interrupt me and interrupt the help.
I definitely understand.
And hacking the phone is a crime.
No, I definitely wish that we can assist, but unfortunately we wouldn't be able to.
So with the protection order either, all avenues you can't assist with.
No, ma'am.
What's your name?
My name is Ada.
What? Can you spell that?
Yes, ma'am. ADA.
Okay, so you can't help with the protection order, and you can't help with the child custody.
Give me 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Now, protection order be against who do?
The person that's bribing all these people to deny me services and assistance so they don't rack up charges. His name is Jason Gardner. I believe it's Jason Gardner behind it.
Okay. So who is he to you?
It was
What
someone that I
relationship?
met online. We were in a relationship online, and I met him a couple times in person.
Okay. So you're seeking a protective order so that he doesn't reach out to you?
He has other people do it. Like when I go to try to get help or assistance at a multitude of locations, the police interrupt me. They've interrupted
Okay.
conversations, came to my family member's house in schemes.
Okay.
I have 20 something false arrests, and they intercept my phone is hacked, and they won't do anything regarding it. My phone used to shut off in emergencies when I was trying to call for help,
Okay.
and it
And
still
so
shuts off on a
Jason,
whim now. I'm sorry?
okay, but when you say abuse from Jason, what do you mean? Is
Right? Like
it
if I go certain places right now, the police will come and interrupt it. If I go to my phone provider or CPS right now, the police will come and interrupt me trying to get help.
okay?
So he's controlling the police department.
Okay. Yeah, ma'am. Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to assist you with that either.
Why won't you be able to assist me with that, ma'am?
Like I stated, there are certain criteria that our applicants need to meet, and
What is the
unfortunately, we
criteria,
wouldn't be
ma'am?
able to.
Because I
He
haven't made
doesn't
it
like
at
it.
nowhere for 5 years plus.
I understand, ma'am. Give
What
me
is the
one
criteria,
second,
ma'am?
okay? So for the custody, the children have to be in your care in order to proceed with
Well,
that.
if they're in your
Now,
care, why would you need custody?
I'm sorry.
It's not a custody issue if the child is in your care.
No, because it does go through the court.
So you would not having a child custody issue if the child is currently in that party's care.
Like I stated, ma'am, the child has to be in your care in order to proceed with an application, okay?
Okay, and for the protection order, why do I not qualify for that nowhere in the United States, ma'am? Why do I not qualify for that one?
I'm really sorry, ma'am, that you haven't been able to get any assistance in
I
that
just wanted to know
matter.
why I didn't qualify with you guys.
Because Jason, he says Jason is not directly harassing you. He is sending other people to harass you.
Can you hold on one moment, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
SMI calling to save the day again. Just hold on one second, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so why did I not qualify for the protection order?
Yes, ma'am. So you stated that Mr. Gardner has been sending like other people making false police reports, correct?
Right.
Okay. So we assist in cases where there's an immediate danger and current abuse, current physical abuse. And
Okay, do
he
you
does
have any
request being
referrals?
specialized.
Do you have any
Yes, ma'am.
referrals?
So do you have an email that I can send those to?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What is that email?
The email. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm sorry about the hold. This is SMI One card?
Oh, yes, ma'am, it is. And before I can go any further, I do need you to be aware that this call may be recorded, and I wanted to touch base with you to see what may be going on and what we can get taken care of.
Yes, for a while, you guys have been adding your own tips in addition to the tips that I put on. And then I called behind you guys, and the restaurants weren't getting the tips. And then you also had overcharged me for makeup. I bought makeup, and you put a tip on for a makeup purchase.
Okay, so when you're saying makeup, can you tell me which merchant that was for?
I think it was Dillard's.
Dillard's. Okay.
That was a while back.
Now, okay. Now I do know for restaurant charges, hotel charges, car rentals, U-Haul rentals, things like that. There is a tolerance amount that is added on to the account for when you do leave a tip. It's there to cover the tip when everything's settled. But as far as we receiving the tip, no, ma'am. The transaction should fall or should um, settle for the amount that you authorize. Do you have a receipt or anything showing there was a discrepancy in these charges?
I do have a receipt. I found my receipt. And
Okay.
I contacted
And
PF Chang's, and then they said that the rest amount could have possibly been on their part, but they didn't call me back to get things resolved, and it is
okay.
overcharged.
So okay. Now the PF Chang's, I do see there was there one or two purchases
I
for
made a
PF
purchase for
Chang's?
my friend, so it was but I did it with one. Um, I did it with one purchase, so it wasn't multiple purchases at PF Chang's. It was just one.
Okay. So I do see that on 12/9 and charged $100. How much was the original purchase with the tip? Dollars, two charges of $100 each.
For PF Chang's,
Um,
for PF Chang's,
yes, that is correct.
yeah.
So what I would like to advise is do not get rid of your receipt. And what we can do is you can, once these transactions settle, that means officially be taken off of the account from the merchant.
You
And if
show
it
that
is not
I went to
showing
PF
that,
Chang's December 9th.
yes, ma'am, it's showing that December 9th,
No, I
the
went
card
November
was blank.
25th. They put the amount back?
Okay, let me see on,
I mean, I'm.
let's
It's
see.
constantly you have to. It's my life is like a movie. Constantly something over and over. Now I have the $100 charge, and then 12/9 there's another charge, and then you look. If SMI One interrupts me again, people would never believe what I experienced. And not only was I defrauded out of the money that I was defrauded out of to total 100, you have another charge.
I do see that there was a PF Chang's for $100 on it settled 11/28, and I do see that there are two other charges that have since came out from the same merchant. So that has to be in their system. That is not
No, ma'am.
us.
This has happened years, ma'am. It's not an accident, ma'am. You don't repetitively keep on experiencing this, and then you have to go through hoops all the time because people are defrauding you out of funds and nothing's being done, ma'am. No, this happens all the time.
No, ma'am.
Hotel, no, ma'am.
That's why
I'm not.
I'm
I'm
calling.
okay, ma'am. AT&T charged me 2 times in 1 month. They said that they didn't get it. I tried to report to you guys that I was being defrauded out of funds. You covered for it and would not give me the refund and saw that it was charged twice, and then they wouldn't give me the service. I go to hotels. I call behind you guys. The hotels say that they charge me an amount, and then you charge another amount. That's how it totaled to thousands. This would happen like 3 or 4 times a month, and there was nothing I can do because the police department, the SMI One card, multiple conspirators, and nothing has been done. This isn't by chance. This is procedural, and it happens quite often.
And that's what I wanted to pinpoint and get taken care of for you. So you're saying that you filed a dispute for being double charged for AT&T, correct?
That was a long time ago, ma'am. I'm just showing you a pattern, a history
Okay.
that's been following me. And then, like when I purchased the makeup from dealers, a tip went on that, and I couldn't do anything about it. I had to pay for the tip.
Well, if there's a discrepancy in the transaction amount on the receipt, definitely do not hesitate to give us a call
But I
because
haven't
we
been
do
back to
want
PF
you.
Chang's, so not only am I having a problem with the $100 being overcharged, but now there's more charges. But this is a pattern,
Okay.
ma'am. You got to see
So
it to believe it.
that's what I'm trying to locate the pattern. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. These the PF Chang's, if you're saying that you have not been, to PF Chang's since the first, let's see, I'm getting the transactions. I can bear with me a
Instead of them
second.
doing a reversal, they charge me again. That's what you're saying?
No, because there was one transaction for $100 that settled on the 28th, and I'm trying to locate to make sure that this second or these two charges are not related. Bear
Maybe
with me
they're
just
doing
a
a
brief
reversal.
moment as I'm looking into that.
Could it be possible that they did a reversal, ma'am?
No, ma'am. I'm looking into all that information as well. Let me look.
Okay.
1 second.
Okay, you said you did see a reversal?
I'm looking. Okay, so on 11/27, there was a reversal, and I'm tracking down. So they did a reversal, and then an authorization of 120. So that was 100, and then that transaction is pending. Okay, so that's where that one lies. Okay, that's good. Now let me look at the second one.
Yeah, when this happened with what hotel was it? Motel 6. There was no reversal on my account, but a woman got caught in making false statements, trying to jip me out of some money, a SMI One representative. Then she said she saw a reversal because they were charging me $192 and it was supposed to be $92. And then they charged me $400 that I had. It took me forever to get a reversal. I paid for a week, but they were abusive at this hotel. So I said, I just want you to reverse this week out. And then I paid an additional $92 for that day. So you guys had not only had the $400 and something, but you charged me $192 instead of the $92. And then I had to go through hoops and everything. The hotel said they only charged $92, but you guys charged me $192. Then she changed it and said that they did a reversal, but they had taken it out of my account. So when she got caught in that, she said, "Oh, I'm sorry, they reversed it out."
Okay, I'll look into the Motel 6 in just a moment.
Oh no, the Motel 6 is already resolved. I'm just showing you a pattern. I said that SMI One has defrauded me out of a lot of money. I'm just showing you a pattern.
Okay,
Had I not uploaded that video, I would have been
we
defrauded out of $400 and something. I think it was $484.
Okay, 484 for the what charge?
Yeah, ma'am. We're just dealing with the PF chains.
Okay, well, I mean, you're bringing this stuff to my attention, and I do want to make sure that everything is squared away.
Oh, it got squared
just,
away, but the representative was making false statements. While I had a lot of money missing out of my account, and I'm just letting you know this is a pattern.
Okay.
Like when they told me at first that you guys put on your own tips, and there was nothing I can do about the tips.
No. We don't put a tip on there. We don't authorize any extra funds to be given to the to the merchant other than what you put on the receipt. But there is a tolerance amount that is on there to cover that tip.
Ma'am, I'm about to leave. Can you call me back later? Ma'am, I'm about to leave.
I can do my best.
I'm going to church.
What time would you prefer?